Okay. So just a reminder, you can still keep on doing your ballad challenge. And another reminder, it doesn't have to be the whole song all the way through. You can pick sections. Just, I'm just going to tell you, pick a section that you feel like you need to work on. It doesn't have to be the ones that I pointed out. But if there's a section that you're like, ooh, I could get this better, then you pick that section, and that can count as a box. Does that make sense? Okay. So I'm at this far. I've played it throughout the week, but I wasn't with my paper at the time, so I don't know if this is I didn't mark those ones, so that's as far as I got. So, and ideas that I was thinking for reward for the person who wins is either I buy you your a sheet of music. There's lots of different books, easy piano books that I could get you. I'm trying to think musical, okay? So I know for some, for me, that would be really fun. I would love to receive music from The Greatest Showman or from my some of my favorite songs, type of a thing. And that was easy piano music that I could figure out how to sight read and stuff. That would be fun for me. Or I went on Amazon. I was trying to look up stuff, and they're all stupid stuff. I thought of a fidget spinner, or those are kind of old school now, though. I think everybody has fidget spinners now, but so I couldn't really think of anything. Do you guys have any ideas? Nothing?
Gift cards? I don't know.
Yeah, you could get a $5 gift card to Amazon, or maybe you could make it 10. If there's just one winner, then I could probably make it 10. But if we were going to have multiple winners, then I could only do 5. But we could probably do a gift card somewhere. An Amazon gift card, something like that. Maybe $15 Amazon gift card. That'd be pretty sick. Candy? Yes. I could ship you guys some candy. That would work too. Okay, well, it's still in the air, but gift card could work. If we just have one winner, so whoever does it first, finishes the boxes first, that could possibly work. So we'll see. Okay, anyways, I was just gonna continue our reading from last time so I could finish that, because we stopped in the middle, and then I'm going to give you guys a scale to practice this week, which we've never done before, but we're going to do it. So, okay. So we were talking about key signatures, and I had written out the pattern for the sharps, and this kind of is a little bit glary from too much sun. I'm gonna decide if that makes it worse. Okay. Stupid little glare. Okay. Anyways. So, fat cats go down alleys eating bananas is our sharps. Okay. Did anybody have any questions on that before we move on to the next thing? Yes, Madeline.
Why? Why is there an order? I don't understand.
Honestly, my answer to you is I don't know why, but it's just how it goes. It's like why. So a long time ago, musicians got together and they decided they were going to do it a certain way, and they were going to write music a certain way. So it's just kind of why does the word read mean what it means, or why do we have to spell read R-E-A-D, or it's that kind of a thing where it's a language. So music is a language, and this is A, B, C, D, E, F, G type of a thing. Why isn't the order of A, B, C, D, E, F, G, wasn't it A, F, B, C, O, Q, R? Why did they put it in that order? That's kind of why. So they put it in order so that we can follow it. But I will say that, people don't always follow this order. I've played pieces where there's 2 sharps in the piece, but the 2 sharps are not F and C. So the general, I mean, the rule to the sharps as well, sorry, I'm freaking pushing my metronome. The rule to the sharps is, let me show you a piece. I actually have one that I can show you an exception to this rule, if I can find it. In my many stacks of music here. Okay, let me just think. Have it with, it's my viola. I want to find it so you guys can see it. Might be in my case. Okay, hang on. Oh. Crap. Chorus has to be missing right when I need it. Right when I'd like to have it. Okay, seriously, I can't find it. This is really stupid. I played it like the other day. That's probably why I can't find it. Anyways, okay, I guess I can write it on the board for you, since I can't find it. Oh my gosh. Okay, I can't find it. Maybe I'll find it next week and bring it to you guys. Okay, so let me show you on the board here. So the way they're going to write it out, you have your 5 lines, right? And you've got maybe, so we're going to do it in treble clef. Oopsie, okay. We're going to do it in bass clef because that's what I just started writing. So, okay, so we have fat cats go down alleys eating bananas. And let me just make sure I do it on the right one. Or not. Here we go. Okay, so it's going to start right there. So they're going to find an F. So in our bass clef, they're going to use this F right here. And they put it on as if it's a note. Okay, so they're going to put it on the F. And that's how you know which one it is. Right? I know that this is an F sharp because it's on where F would usually be. Does that make sense? So then the C would be right here. Oopsie, that's a really crappy sign. Okay, and that's, I would usually put a note there if I were to draw, you know, a C, I could draw a note on it. But instead I'm deciding, you know, that's how they draw the, okay, so in a piece, there is a piece, like I said, that I played, where instead of having just an F and a C for their 2 sharps, he had like an F and a G, and he wrote it like that. So you can, as a composer, change it if you want. But as the general rule, this is fat cats go down alleys eating bananas. So we just memorize that instead of having to look at each one and be like, okay, yeah, that one's an F, ooh, and that's a C, and that's a G, and that. So you don't have to like look at it every time. You just know. Does that make sense? Okay, got it. Any more questions? Nada? Are you clear, Madeline? Do you have any more questions on that? Okay. Okay, so those are our sharps. Here's our flats. These are our sharps. Our flats are, we spell the word bead, B-E-A-D, and then you can say greatest common factor, G-C-F, or you can say great car flying. I don't know what you want to do for the, but it's GCF. So you can find whatever acronym to help you remember GCF, but B and then GCF. So your first flat is going to be a B. If you have 2 flats, it's going to be B-E, B-E-A, B-E-D. Does that make sense? unless the composer decides he wants to change it. Okay? Okay, so now, that is our order of sharps and flats. And these are our different, now keys, like I said, keys are like a language, okay? Oh, yes, Madeline.
So like, this applies to when you're like putting the flat or sharp at the beginning of the song, right?
Yeah.
And saying that every B will be flat or whatever. But if you just have one flat in the middle of the song, it doesn't have to go in that order or anything, right? Okay.
Yeah, if you just have one flat in the middle of the song, it's whatever note they decide to flat or sharp.
Okay.
This is just, and this is just to determine the key signature. That's what that's called. When there's a certain, certain amount of sharps or flat at the beginning of a piece, like this one, this is just telling me, this is telling me the key signature of this piece, okay? And each key signature has a name, okay? And we are going to learn the different key signature names, all right? And this is something actually that's, it's tricky, and it takes time to memorize because it's hard. Even I don't have them all memorized. So we're gonna start with C, okay? We're gonna have two of them, but I'm gonna give you a scale that's gonna go with the first key signature, and then we'll learn the next one. And, okay, have any of you guys heard of what we call the circle of fifths? Okay, so this is very important in the music area, whatever. So let me just look up a picture for you. Circle of, not life. Let's see, fifths. Okay. So let's share this so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay. This is a good one. This is the circle of fifths. Okay. And it's actually, this is a really good way to see our key signatures. Okay. So C, we're going to look at the big ones first, the big capital letters. Okay. C has 0 sharps or flats. It's all white notes. Okay. G has 1 sharp in it. See that? And then D has 2, A has 3, E has 4, B has 6, and then F sharp, G flat has, so, and it goes on like that, and then it gets into the flats. Okay, so this is called the circle of fifths, and we're actually gonna slowly memorize it. Does that make sense to you guys? I mean, it's, what does it make sense, Madeline?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like I should understand it, but it's just, the whole thing is confusing, like.
So all you need to understand right now is that C, the key of C, has 0.
I think I get what you're saying.
Okay. Yeah.
So, like, if you do a G scale, it will have 1 flat in it. That's what you're saying.
Yes, if you do a G scale, it'll have 1 sharp. Yes.
Yeah, 1. Okay. That makes sense.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Doing a scale is saying I'm playing the key. Okay? So yes, that's exactly it. And this is just a cheat sheet that tells you what 2 sharps is called. It's called D. 2 sharps is the key of D. Okay? All right. So here we go. We're going to learn C, and we're also going to learn G. Okay? So C has 0. 0 sharps or flats. Okay? And then G has 1 sharp. And the way that I kind of maybe think of it is it has 1 good boy. Just 1 good boy right there. Okay? 1 sharp good boy for G. Okay? Okay. So we're also going to learn the minor to it. It's called a relative minor. Every major key has a relative minor that goes with it. Meaning, for example, this is what a a major scale sounds like, okay? That's major. This is minor. Can you guys hear a difference there? One seems a little happy, one seems sad. That's kind of like the general rule to kind of figure out how to hear a major and a minor. So I'll just do that one more time so you guys can get a good hear. So this is a major, and this is minor. Okay? So you're gonna get used to hearing major versus minor, and it takes a little bit to actually hear the difference, okay? So to every major scale or key, there's a relative minor, which means that A minor is also 0 sharps or 0 flats, okay? And E minor has 1 sharp, okay? So for right now, I just want you to either write down or get it in your head, C and A go together. G and E go together, okay? C and A have 0, G and E has 1 sharp, okay? All right, so now I'm gonna put it on the piano and you're actually gonna understand what I'm talking about. So we're gonna start with C, okay? And I'm going to teach you guys let's see, I think I can do 3 octaves. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I'm going to teach you guys how to do a 3-octave scale and the fingering for it. And eventually we're going to do 2 hands of a 3-octave scale. We're going to go. I messed up. I can't even do it very well. But anyways, oh, and it's really skippy. Sorry. Okay, but we're going to do the top hand today, and then we'll do the bottom hand next time. Okay, so we're going to do C major. You're going to start on your bass C. So here's the fingering. I think we've done something similar to it when we did our sonata in C. So here we go. You're gonna go up 3 notes, and you're gonna cross over with your thumb, and go up to your forefinger. Okay, so just one last time I'll show you. 1, 2, 3, cross over with your thumb to the next one, and then just go up to your forefinger. Okay, so let's see. Let's have Joseph play that for us. And then Madeline. So the reason why I didn't go to the next note is because the next note we're going to cross over again with our thumb. And we're just going to repeat that. And you could go on forever and ever and ever until you run out of keys. Does that make sense? Okay, so go ahead, Joseph. Awesome, perfect. Okay, yeah, beautiful. All right, and go ahead, Madeline. Yep, perfect. Okay, so you got it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do 3 octaves of that. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so. And your last finger, you'll just play 5. And my thingy keeps on pushing out because the window's open. Okay. So that's the top hand for that, okay? And that is your C major. Okay, so now we're gonna also do our relative minor to that, which is A minor, okay? And so what you're gonna do with this is you're gonna do the exact same thing, but instead of starting on C, you're gonna start on A, okay? And A is gonna be your starting note. Okay, so let's have Madeline go first. I'll switch it around a bit.
Just the exact same notes and everything.
Yeah, so all white notes, because remember C and A have all white notes. And
Okay.
same fingering, but start on A. Yep, beautiful, just like that. Okay, and Joseph.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay. Okay, so that's how you go up for your A minor and your C major. Okay, so now we need to come back down. So here's the fingering for coming back down. So I'll just start on this bottom octave so you can actually see my fingering. So actually, I'm going to start here so I can switch to the next octave down. So we're going to go. And it was behind. That's really annoying. Okay, so you go down all 5 fingers, cross over your 3 finger, go down until you have no more fingers, then cross over with your 4 finger, down until you have no fingers, cross over with your 3 finger, 4 finger, 3 finger, 4 finger, 3 finger, until you run out of notes. Got that? Okay, go ahead, Madeline, you can play it for us. Yep, got it. And Joseph, go ahead. Yep, perfect. Okay, so what I want you to do at home now is you're going to do a 3 octave scale up and down. And it's the same thing for the A minor. Okay, same fingering and everything with your A minor and your C. Okay, so you just start on A instead of C. So you're going to go. Okay? Okay. Any questions on that before we move on? Okay, good. Perfect. We didn't do the G and the E, but I want you to start memorizing that G major has 1 sharp, E minor has 1 sharp. And next week I'm gonna drill you guys, and with the 4, A, C, G, and E. Okay, and I'll ask you how many sharps they have, or yeah, how many accidentals is what it's called. You have. Okay. Awesome. Let's move on to our hymns. I was going to try to make sure we all had a hymn that we were working on for our sight reading last week, but we ran out of time. So, Joseph, last time you mentioned that we already had assigned hymns. So I know I assigned you 1 hymn, and I thought that everybody passed that one off or had already played it, so I was going to assign you another one. Is that true? Okay, so here we go. Do you guys have your hymn book, or did you print it off online? Okay, I have like 5 different hymn books. I should send you one.
I printed it, but I lost it. I mean, I don't have it with me.
Okay. We're gonna go through and pick one, and maybe we'll pick one in the key of G. Yes, Madeline.
This has a flat. Does that mean that it's automatically B?
Yes.
Okay.
Flat is B flat. And it happens, we don't know what key it's called because we haven't done that one yet. But I think it's the key of F. It's the key of F major. Or it could also be in a minor key. But anyways, yes, it's a B. Okay, so we're going to go through, I'm going to see if we can pick one with the sharp in it for both of you guys so that we can practice playing our sharps. Because if there's 1 sharp, what's the sharp going to be? Yes. F.
F.
Okay. So we got a few options. I'm just gonna look in here. I'll read them off to you guys, and you can tell me which ones you want. So we can do the Spirit of God. Any grabbers on that one? Oh, 2 grabbers. Okay. Okay, well, let's find another one, and we'll see. Come, come, ye saints. Spirit of God. For the beauty of the earth. Do you know those 3? There's sunshine in my soul today. Let's pick from those guys. So, yes, Madeline.
I'm just saying number 1.
Okay, you want to do the Spirit of God? Is that okay, Joseph?
Yeah, I'll do Come Saints because I kind of know that one a little bit anyway.
Okay, good. Yeah, I want you to pick ones that you know because that helps when you're sight reading.
I mean, I know how to kind of play it on the piano. I know all these to sing. But,
Yeah, and that does actually really help because like when you're sight reading, it gives you assurance that you're actually playing the right notes. So
it's actually going to be really confusing because I play Come Come Ye Saints on the piano on the top hand, and I'll bet since this is a simplified version, there's probably different notes and stuff. And
probably it's probably not all the same. I don't even know if it's in the same key. So, but I don't actually have a real hymn book with me, so I can't check. But, anyways, okay. So, that's not coming up. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna just go through it and look at it really fast, just make sure there's nothing crazy weird that you guys are gonna be like, wait, what is going on? Let me just ask this question. What is this chord? How do you play this one right here? With the
this is a bass, just a C5.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep, and where do you put this guy?
Oh, and then it's flat, so like this. Yeah. Sharp. That's what I meant.
Good job. Yep, awesome, that's it. Okay, so you won't have a problem with that. Cool. All right, let's look at Come Come Ye Saints. I think have we ever done something like this before? A 3? Okay, so how would you figure out what this is? We kind of talked about it last week. Oops. Any ideas? Yes, Madeline.
Okay, so this is by middle C. So so first you play, because middle C there is it in front of these other notes, so you play middle C and then the 5th.
It's almost a 5th.
It's a 6th.
Okay, and actually they are all played together.
They're all played what?
They're all played together. That is one chord. So the reason why it looks like that, so you have all the right notes, you got all the right notes, but you just played all together instead of playing C first and then that. You play them all together. But that is the way that you find the notes. So yes, that's exactly what I was looking for. So, but it will just be because it's a sharp as well. The F is a sharp. Okay. So you can look at it like this. This is a second, and either this is a 5th, like the C and the F is a 5th, or you could say that the D and the F are a 6th. Okay, so that's how you can like look at it. And yeah, so whenever you have seconds together, they will always look like squished, and one will always come before the other because you can't. There's like no way that you could put a second right on top of each other. So they have to kind of put it to the side of each other. It's like having 2 big fat people. They can't be right next to each other. I don't know. Like 2 big circles can't go like right. So they have to be like that. Okay, so whenever you see that, that just means it's a second chord. Okay, so not one doesn't come before the other. Make sense? I guess I have to really ask Joseph if that makes sense to him because this is his piece. Does that make sense to you, Joseph?
Yeah, I guess.
You see that? Oh, yes. Whenever you see that, think of fat people. Okay. That will help you remember what a second is. I don't know. Okay. So I don't think there's not, anything in here that will really scare you too much, I don't think. Let's see what this is. Do you know what that is? Have you seen that before?
A dotted tide note?
Close, but no cigar. So this is called a fermata. Actually, and a fermata means that you get to hold it as long as you would like. So it's kind of like, it's a marking that composers can put in music if they just want to hold a note, but they don't want a certain count. They want it to be more of a feeling, however long. So this is going to sound like. And you can hold it for whenever you want to. You could keep holding it forever. And then you could go on. Okay? That's what a fermata marking means. Some people call it the bird's eye as well, which makes not really sense. I guess it kind of looks like a bird's eye. I don't know. Okay, and then I think that's about it. Do you have any other questions looking at this music? Or does it look, all I want you to do this week is do the top hand, figure out the top hand. You might have to go through and circle all of your Fs, which will be good because it'll make you learn what an F is and where Fs are on the piano. But if you want to, you can put both hands together. Like, I won't tell you not to, but for sure I want you to play me the top hand next week. Sound good? Any questions? Okay. I'm not going to teach any new songs in book 5 yet because I want to give you guys a week to just get the songs you already have pretty good. But next week we'll learn the next one. I think it's another, Shoe Fly. This is a fun one. Anyways. Okay, I think we're going to end a little early today because we are short 2 people, which would have taken up more of our time. So do you guys have any questions for me? Or I guess now is a chance if you want to go through anything. We can.